Shalom Israel. First of all, we want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh B'Shem Melshah B'Shem Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and those who most teach us is truth. Peace and blessings to all with Israel and Shalom. Back in the lesson, and today going to be going to these unrighteous decrees that these devils are implementing and how they are tightening their grip. So people will be losing their jobs, they won't be getting paid, and tons of other things that they'll be establishing to force you into a corner. But before I get into all that, as you know, it's the Day of Atonement, which started yesterday, and it's where we keep, this fast, this dry fast for over a period of 24 hours. A day of repentance, a day of atonement. But make sure you're keeping it to the best of your ability. If you are keeping it, it may get tough, but hey, you gotta keep it to the best of your ability, man. And we are, meant to keep it. But let's get into the lesson and continue on. So Italy makes the 19 health pass mandatory. As you see, mandatory. That word mandatory right there. Can't highlight it, but it's a health pass mandatory for all workers, and anyone without it faces suspension with no pay. So you see, they're tightening their grip, tightening the restrictions that they are putting out to make it to where you won't be able to go to work, you won't be getting paid, and you'll be suspended. As you know, a lot of brothers, a lot of people have family members, they have families to take care of, bills to pay, money to go and put groceries on the table. So you see the temptations that we're about to get presented with and how we'll be tried, man. Let's continue on. The Italian government has approved a plan to make its 19 Green Pass certificate mandatory for all workers. The plan which would see those without the pass put on leave without pay. It is set to be implemented next month, and this is going to trickle down onto these different nations, and specifically it's going to hit America the hardest. A plan approved by the government's country, the plan approved by the country's government on Thursday said to be put into motion on October 15th. The Italian Senate overwhelmingly supported the measure with 189 votes for it, with only 32 against and 2 abstentions. The plan will remain in force until at least the end of this year. Under the new rules, all public and private sector workers in Italy will obtain a 19 Green Pass certificate. Those failing to produce the cert when requested can be suspended from the jobs after a grace period of 5 days, though they cannot be fired. So they'll be put on leave without pay, and that could really hurt a lot of people, man. You got a lot of people living check by check, and you getting put on leave for 5 days can really mess you up. You're not be able to pay bills, you're not be able to buy groceries, you're not be able to take care of your family. So you see how this is going to hit, people really hard, and how we'll be tested and we'll be tried, man. But it ultimately comes down to our faith. Our faith in Yahweh B'Shem Melshah and the things that He will do for us, man. I mean, multiple scriptures go into how He will take care of us, how He will feed us when we're hungry. And, we ultimately got to pray, Yahweh B'Shem Melshah, will deliver us in our time of trouble, man. So we are extending the obligation of the Green Pass to an entire world of work, public and private. And we are doing so to 2 essential reasons: to make these places safer. Yes, right, in the name of so-called safety. And to make our V campaign even stronger, to get people on board to taking that, especially. And you have certain areas, New York, make it to where you need to have the jab, the juice, to be able to go inside stores, restaurants, theaters, gyms. And it's ultimately going to trickle down to the other states, and these restrictions are only going to get tighter. And you're going to be an outcast and looked upon as different, and it's crazy for not wanting to take it, man. Oh, you're selfish, you don't want to, help your family in case you get sick, and yada, yada, yada. Things that they may say to, fearmonger. Employees without a valid health certificate who still dare to show up for work can be subjected to major fines ranging from $600 to $100, which equals down to $750 to $175. Let's continue on with the scriptures, and we'll be able to find a lesson. Book of Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1 it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Are these not unrighteous decrees where you get paid, where you won't get paid, you get put on leave, where you may lose your job, where you can't go outside the doors, and pretty soon it's going to be up to the point where you can't buy anything, without it. And now right grievances which they have prescribed. And going back to my main channel, which was Hopefully Elect, before I got taken down, went into certain topics, articles that went into how you lose your job, how you'd be fined and jailed if you're not going to take it. So these restrictions are only going to get tighter and things will only progressively get worse. Let's get Revelation chapter 13 verse 16 and 17. And it's ultimately what it's all building up to. As you know, it started off with the mask mandate, where you needed to have the mask to really do anything and to go anywhere. You couldn't go inside stores without it, and you really couldn't walk anywhere without it, travel without it. And now you're starting to see that happening with the jab. And we have been telling you through the Spirit of Yahweh that these things were going to happen. And what do people say? Oh, they can't mandate that. They can't push that. I have testimony of my own family members saying this. But let's continue on. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which goes with the word charagma, a physical mark. Not going to go say too much on it because I get my video taken down. But this is in their right hand or in their foreheads. I see Elon Musk creating the Neuralink in the forehead. Let's continue on. The main point, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to buy or sell without this charagma. I see it starting to build up to that point by the way of this jab. Let's get the last few scripts I got and the word instead of final lesson. But usually like to make updates as far as what's going on with this. But let's continue on. So Revelation chapter 12 verse 12 says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, which is Esau Edom, which is so called white man today, is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So these devils know they're running out of time and that their time is short. So you see them being so desperate to implement and establish their agenda as fast as they can, getting the people on board, with taking the juice by using these celebrities to push it, make it to where you get $75 for free if you take it. It's around my area. If you take it, you get a free $75. So you see these temptations that they're throwing at the people, and they're trying to push as hard as they can to get the people on board. But not a lot of people are going to be abiding by his devil's rules and things that he's establishing. So you see 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 17, which we'll get that in a minute. It says, because he had knoweth that he hath but a short time. Just get this right here. 2 Ezra 15 and 17 says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So you got these devils, implementing martial law, them making to where that you have checkpoints between the cities, the states, making to where you can't leave. So, and to be able to leave your state or your city and to be able to travel, guess what you need? You need to have the juice building up to you needing the charagma. These last few scripts I got, and I'll close out. It's book of Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So we're all going to get tried and we're going to get tested. We're going to be presented with temptations. Oh, you get a, free donut for a whole year. Oh, you get a free $75. You get more so-called benefits than not taking it. Oh, it's in the name of so-called safety to protect your family, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. But let's read the top part once again. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. If you have faith in Yahweh Shai and truly believe and have kept, the word of my patience, is right there, and kept these laws, statutes, commandments, best of your ability, and did your best in this journey in this truth, Yahweh Shai will keep us from the hour of temptation, Lord willing. But let's get to the last script I got, and then I'll close out. It's book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 5, the book of Sirach. For the gold is tried in the fire, and we're that gold. An acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. So we're that gold being tried in that fire, man, for impurities. To see if we're, that perfect 100% gold. Being tried in the fire for impurities. To see if we, are that gold. For the gold, for gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. There's tons of things to, get that gold and put it through certain things. See if it has impurities, to see if it's 100% gold. We're that gold, man. But trying this and testing this to see if we're that fine gold. But that's pretty much, hit the point on this lesson. To make a quick lesson, going to how the devils are tightening their grip, and the restrictions are only going to get tighter, and things will only progressively get worse. But there's no reason for us to fear any things that these devils will do, because we have Yahweh Shemashai backing us at the end of the day, But we will also be tried and we'll be tested, but we have faith and full trust in Yahweh Shemashai and things He's about to do for us. Because, hey, we're coming some times that we have never seen before, man. But, have faith. We got to finish strong, man. We got to finish that. We got to, finish this race that we are on, man. We got to finish strong. But pretty much at the point, the Lord wants to find once again. And I believe the Day of Atonement ends, I believe, in an hour. Or we're here in 10 minutes. But, pretty much at the point, Lord wants to find once again. I'll close out. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Shemashai, Bashim Kakdash, double honor to the apostles, and those great most of Jesus is truth. Peace and blessing to the hope of Israel. And shalom. See you next one.